What's up, sports fans? Welcome to the first ever full production video of Opinionated Sports. We're going to see how this one turns out. I downloaded some software. We're going to try some editing. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. But it's day 2 of the Masters. Tiger Woods is not looking so hot out there today. But that's okay. He just finished the front 9. I believe he's 9 shots back right now. He needs to make some birdies on the back 9 to get into contention. Yesterday, Tiger swung the club well. He was tee to green very well. His short game in putting was not where it was supposed to be. Today, he can't find a fairway to save his life. But he's putting a little bit better. But still not the total package we saw at the Valspar Championship a few weeks ago, where he was hitting the ball tee to green well and making significant putts. But that's just the basics of the Masters. I'm going to get more into the Masters if this video goes well over the course of the weekend. But today I'm going to tackle Mount Everest. On my first ever full production video, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to tackle the question. The LeBron James, Michael Jordan debate. I'm here to pull it off. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you will have noticed that I also follow and am a member of an app called Sports Me. If you're not on this app yet, it's only on the Apple Store right now. It's coming to Android very, very soon, in the next couple of months. Actually, if you'd like to be on the waiting list for the Android app when it comes out, shoot me a text on my text line at 315-355-3699, and I'll send you the link to get you guys on the waiting list for the Android app when it comes out. But on the Sports Me app, there's been constant debate about LeBron James v. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan v. LeBron James. And I gave up on that app because I came to the realization that you can't convince people one way or the other. They believe what they believe. They're going to only accept information that fits their agenda and narrative as far as who the greatest player of all time is. And I'll tell you, here's where I'm coming at with your information today. I don't know that LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. But I know the argument is a lot closer than people want to believe that it is. I'm not going to spit a bunch of numbers at you. Everybody knows the numbers. I'm not going to give you all this crazy points per game, points against replacement, wins. I'm not going to give you any of that. That's not where I'm going to go with this today. We're just going to talk about them as a player, their championships, and the competition that they had to face. That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's start with Michael Jordan as a player. Michael Jordan gets crowned the greatest player who ever lived. He also gets crowned the best scorer we've ever seen. And I don't know if either one of those are accurate. To be the greatest scorer we've ever seen, I feel like you need to have more than just points per game. Michael Jordan averaged 30 points per game for his entire career. I think it's 30.1, but we're going to call it 30. LeBron James averaged 27 right now in his career, for his entire career. But Michael Jordan took way more shots. LeBron James is actually a better shooter and is more efficient. So is Michael Jordan a better scorer? Because it would seem to me that LeBron James scores at a higher rate than Michael Jordan does. Mike took numerous more shots to accumulate the points he got. So why is he considered the greatest scorer of all time? When in reality, he doesn't average that many more points per game than LeBron James does. Food for thought. Food for thought. So I don't believe that Michael Jordan is necessarily the greatest scorer of all time. I also don't necessarily believe he's the greatest player of all time, but we're going to get farther into that as this goes. I have a hard time ranking big men in these arguments. I have a hard time with Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, where to rank them because they were leveling differently than guards were. Bill Russell, while he's one of the greatest players to ever play the game, was a mismatch every time he stepped on the floor. He was physically bigger, taller, stronger than everybody else. People say that that's the case with LeBron James, but it's not necessarily true. LeBron James is 6'8", 260, roughly. I don't know his exact weight. I'm guesstimating. So he's a big boy. I'm not saying that he's not. And he's athletic. More athletic than probably everybody else on the court, with the exception of maybe Russell Westbrook, who might be the greatest athlete in basketball right now. But he's not taller than Kevin Durant. He's not measurably taller than Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, guys like that. He's not that much bigger. He's not demonstrably bigger than everybody else. What he is more athletic for his size than anybody else. So I have a hard time with big men for that reason, where Bill Russell was bigger, demonstrably bigger than everybody else. But let's move on from that. Let's talk about their championships, because this is a Michael Jordan fan's wet dream. Because no matter where you go in a conversation with a Michael Jordan fan, ultimately the labyrinth's going to lead you to 6-0. Well, Mike was 6-0. Mike was undefeated. Mike never even went to a Game 7. Mike never lost in the finals. He must be the best because he never lost in the finals. Well, guess what? Mike lost 3 times in the first round. LeBron's undefeated in the first round. LeBron James never lost a first round series. Mike's got 3 first-round losses. So what we're doing is, by saying that Michael Jordan's better because he's 6-0, what we're doing is we're negating the fact that he didn't even make the finals a bunch of times. Right now, LeBron James most likely will go to his 9th consecutive finals this year. And depending on what happens with Golden State's injuries, he could win. With or without injuries, LeBron James always has a chance to win the finals. So he wins and he's 4-5, and he went to 9 consecutive finals. Let's give credit where credit's due. LeBron James carries his teams and moves his teams farther in the playoffs than Michael Jordan did. Mike only went to 6 finals in the same amount of years. Right now, as they stand, LeBron James has been to 8. Michael Jordan only went to 6. So even if you say LeBron James is 3-3 in the 6 championships, because you're going to take 2 away because Mike didn't even go there, that's fine. Whatever. However your argument needs to be phrased as a Michael Jordan fan. Now, I know this sounds like I'm slanting LeBron James' way, and I am. But I'm not, at the end of this, I'm not saying definitively that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. I'm just giving you information to make it closer than you may want to believe that it really is. Need a drink, I talk a lot. All right, the last thing I'm going to touch on as far as the championships and how they play is the competition they had to play against to win their championships. LeBron James twice had to play Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. Twice. Once in 2008 when he dragged the team from Cleveland to the finals kicking and screaming. They didn't want to be there. He dragged them in there. Yeah, he got swept. He did. That happened. He played 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. Mike never played 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. Actually, the only time Mike played 2 Hall of Famers at one time was when he played the Utah Jazz. By the time he got to play the Utah Jazz, he had already recruited and brought in Dennis Rodman. So you know what Mike had? 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. So by the time he got to competition that was even close to the level that LeBron James had to face, he had already brought in more talent. Michael Jordan's teams were always more talented than the competition they played. LeBron James' teams, for the most part, I will eliminate the Dallas Mavericks series. They were more talented than Dallas, but Dallas still had 2 first ballot Hall of Famers, Jason Kidd, Dirk Nowitzki, and an all-time legendary great defender in Tyson Chandler, who won't go to the Hall of Fame because you don't go to the Hall of Fame for being a legendary defender, but he was. But I'm going to eliminate that one. They should have won that series. If there's one true knock against LeBron James, it's that Dallas Mavericks series his first year in Miami. But let's look at who else Mike had to play. Mike, in 91, Mike beat Magic. Good for you. You beat Magic. Wait, you know Magic had been in the league like 11 years at that point, right? Magic was on the decline. Magic's body was already starting to fall apart. The Dream Team was just the next year, and Magic retired from basketball a few years after that. Showtime Lakers were done. The days of Worthy and Kareem and Magic, those days were over. That's not the team Mike beat in the finals. Stop acting like it was. You beat the Magic Johnson in 1991 on his decline when he was moving down. Who else did he beat? He beat Utah twice. I'll give him that. That's actually really good. But outside of Stockton and Malone, who else do you know from that team? Jeff Hornacek, good job. You in the back, well done. Who else? Brian Russell. You only know him because of the infamous push-off when Mike pushed him and hit the jump shot. It's the only reason you know Brian Russell's name. The guy was a nobody otherwise. So they did beat a good Utah team twice. I'll give them credit for that. They beat the Suns. Who was on the Suns? Charles Barkley, good. Who else? Anyone? You in the back. Anyone? No? Kevin Johnson. Okay. Point guard. Good job. You know how that series ended? And for those of you who go look it up if you don't remember, that series ended on a Kevin Johnson jump shot when Horace Grant blocked it. That was what ended the series at 4-2. It was 3-2. Kevin Johnson hits that jump shot. It's 3-3. Who knows what happens after that? Yes, Mike probably still wins. That Phoenix team wasn't very good. Charles Barkley was the only legendary player on there. Who else did they beat? Does anybody remember even who they beat? Trailblazers. Good job. Way to chime in. Just for the record, for those of you listening, there's nobody else here. Just having some fun. But yeah, the Trailblazers. Clyde Drexler. And? Clyde Drexler and? Terry Porter. He was good. Not taking anything from Terry Porter, but he was good. But come on. Duckworth. These guys aren't legends. These aren't Hall of Famers. These aren't even discussion Hall of Famers. But this is who Mike beat. Mike beat one legendary player every time. LeBron didn't play a single final series without at least 2 first ballot Hall of Famers on it. The OKC series had Westbrook, Durant, and Harden on it. Yes, they were young. Yes, it was early in their career. But they were still juggernauts. The year after that is the year Harden left because he wanted money because he was a superstar and everybody knew it. And OKC couldn't keep that team together. So the talent level that LeBron had to play is better than what Mike had to play. Mike came into a league of expansion. I believe there was at least 5, possibly 6 expansion teams while Mike was in the league. So all that does is water down talent. It spreads it out thinner. There hasn't been an expansion team since LeBron came in the league. So as talent infiltrates the league, teams just get deeper and deeper and deeper, and LeBron just keeps winning and winning and winning. So that's what I got on the LeBron-Michael Jordan debate. All props to Michael Jordan. He's probably still, in my mind, the best player, the greatest player ever. LeBron James right now is the best player to ever play the game. He is the most talented basketball player we've ever seen. And it will be a long, long time before we see somebody as talented or better than LeBron James. I think to appease the masses, LeBron should win 2 more titles. Regardless of how many losses, if he loses this year, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. LeBron needs to win 2 more titles to get to 5. And I don't care if he has 6, 7, 8 losses. I don't care if he goes 5 and 8. If he was in the finals 13 times, that's a wrap. I don't want to hear nothing. So that's where I'm at on the LeBron debate. I'm going to be back hopefully on Sunday. I'd like to get another video out to you guys on Sunday. If all this goes well, I'm going to do some editing and stuff right now. I'm going to add some music, maybe a logo. It's going to be all crafty. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'm Chris from Opinionated Sports. Check this out. It's in a mirror image. Check this out. My Syracuse golf shirt. Oh, other side, I got my Syracuse Titleist hat. Man, this mirror image screwing me up. I'm not built for this. I ain't smart like that. So it's on this side. Yeah, Syracuse. Let's go. All right, guys, hit me up on my text line, 315-355-3699. Let me know what sports debate you want to hear me give my opinion on next, because that's what I'm coming out with. Guys, have a good one.